let's go. Yeah.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast. As always, make sure you check the links in the show notes down below to join the Swole fam today over at swolenormousx.com, to check out our amazing apparel over there at papaswolio.com, and to submit a question for the show over at askpapaswolio.com. Welcome to the land of sick fucking gains. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
It's white cis men who are a part of the far right-winged ideology of fascism.
You have poor mental health.
I let my wife sleep with other men.
White shenanigans.
You don't need to virtue signal this hard.
Unvaccinated.
I'm a simp.
It's called a cuck.
Cis.
Soy bitch.
Oh!
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is
shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 24 hundo and 33 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everesting K2 flexing on all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Happy Tainty Tuesday. It is Tuesday, January the 3rd. We are into the Swole New Year, and welcome to the show. Take a moment right now and hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube, and of course subscribe to the podcast. Follow the show over there on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review, all that good shit. And of course, we're going to jump right into some amazing Swole fam posts. And if you want to join myself and the entire Swole fam, check out those Fuck Your Resolution specials over there at swolenormousx.com, because we are popping off. We are making some sick fucking gains. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah!
Oh my God. The greatest mancast in the realm is about to go off. So take a moment, drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Let us summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Are you ready? Beaches? Are you ready? Come on now. All right, we got the Tainty man. Look, he's got his little neckerchief on because he got groomed yesterday, and he's looking really nice. He's looking really nice. You can't really see it from this angle, but he's nice and fresh and clean. It's fantastic. So, with that being said, let us get this Falcon party started. It's gonna be a blast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to tickle it, right? Got to cradle it a little bit. So when we bust it, we got to go a little Yahtzee. All right, fam. Year of the Swole. Yachts. Year of the Swole. We had our Swole year party on Thursday of last week. So we brought in the new year early and we dropped some amazing new fucking releases. And it's still the year of the Swole. Still the year of the Swole. And it shall be the year of the Swole. Very excited for this year. This year is going to be absolutely epic, and we're off to a great start. So welcome everyone to being here. All right, let's get into it. So hashtag Year of the Swole for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Ooh, double papa, a little bit Inception. My God, ridiculous.
Come on, man.
Very nice. And let's get into some tips, shall we? Here we go. Drum roll. Everyone moisturize, get some water, hydrate. Let's spin on it. We got to get it in somehow. Ooh. Babe, moist. Just an inch, just an inch. Ooh, it's cold outside. That is indeed moist. Very nice. Very nice. Such a good word. All right, our first Swole fan post is from Christian.
What's in the box?
What we got in there? Christian, last workout of 2022. Start with yin yoga for upper body. Thank you, Yoga Studio. Awesome. And finished with an arm pump and push day. Definitely ready to continue crushing my goals as we head into 2023. More mindfulness, more self-awareness, and more sick gains. Happy Swole Year, fam. Look at that amazing Tess Hornaday tank. Looking fantastic. Nice. Looking good. Looking good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, speaking of apparel, I saw Frank drop it in the comments down below. The new diet plan, fam. We have some amazing new merch over there. We're always dropping new stuff over at papasoyo.com. Remember, we have that new releases tab. So if you go to the new releases collection, you'll kind of see all the latest, because if you're not a member, we announce them for members every single week on Monday when we drop new stuff. But we got some epic shit. So we have the Go the Fucking Gym beard logo, which is one of my favorite new designs. We also have the Keep Calm and Get Swole, an absolute fucking instant classic. And of course, we dropped this about 2 weeks ago, the Luke Swole Walker, May the Swole be with you. But this one is definitely aimed to offend, but in such a delicious way. New diet plan. Shut your fucking mouth. Am I right? Shut your fucking mouth. Shut it. Shut your mouth. Just shut your fucking mouth when you're talking to me. That's how you lose some weight. It's literally the ultimate intermittent fasting shirt. Just stop fucking eating. And of course, we have the red and the yellow Swole Wars, Return of the Gains. Use code DailySwole for 10% off all amazing merch over there at papasoyo.com. So give that a look-see. And pair that up with some Tess Hornaday apparel. And not only that, look, we have the Swole fam coming in huge. Are we just doing like a catwalk today? Are we doing a Swole slut walk? Because we got a lot of pictures with amazing apparel. Jessica's got her Don't Be Fit Phobic flex on. Let's see what we got here. Jessica's in the house for the next post.
What's in the box?
This one, I haven't even done any filming with this shirt yet. That's awesome. We'll show in a second. It's a Don't Be Fit. We'll show it first. It's a Don't Be Fit Phobic. Go to the fucking gym. Love it. Let's zoom into the text and then we will flex on some Jess. Happy New Year, fam. It's crazy how workouts can end up. After working an epic 16-hour shift at the event on New Year's Eve, I forced myself to get up and at least do some active stretching and yoga, Pilates type of stuff this morning. I was stretching with weights and my muscles started to feel so good. I ended up doing some heavy lifting along with the rest and fully enjoying it all. Just need to get off my ass and go to the fucking gym. P.S. Don't mind the mean mug. I just have a bad case of constant bitch face. And you're part of the Swole fam, so don't we all? Don't we all?
A 10! A 10! A fucking 10!
That's a bad girl. I like it. Look at the pose, the nice resting bitch face. I like it. And the don't be fit phobic. So you have all the you have the apparel to match. So we enjoy it. I have resting swole face. Can't you tell? Huh? Resting swole face. Oh, I like that. Is that a new shirt? Resting swole face. Everyone likes a mean mug. Speaking of mean mug, we got another one. Holy shit. Here we go. We got one from Lacey 10 years ago, 2021 and 2022. Never stop moving forward. Slow progress is better than no progress. Speaking of a mean mug, of course she's smiling, but we know what she's thinking behind that smile. We got our very own Lacey. Love it. Okay. Lacey does strongman competitions, strong woman competitions, strong person, strong competitions. What are we calling them these days? Looking thick and plump 10 years ago on the left, and holy shit, just as strong, if not more, and lean and mean on the right. Looking great. What amazing progress, especially for someone who's competing that whole time. Look at that amazing physique transformation, feeling better, looking better. Look at that smile. That smile is even bigger on the right. Looking absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And of course, is that the Toxic Muscularity shirt? No, it's not. I thought it was a Toxic Muscularity shirt, but cool shirts. You got the animal shirt. Very nice. Excellent. Am I old as shit? We got one here from Mark, and it looks like we're going to go deep on this one. So drop in the comments, fam. What do you think? Mark says, I have an am I the asshole question, fam. When in doubt, embrace being the asshole. There's nothing wrong with it. AITA. Am I the asshole? Are we just creating acronyms on the fly? AITA. Am I the asshole? I like it. I like it. Am I the asshole for telling my cousin's wife at a post-holiday celebration that she should come with me to the gym? Ooh. I was at a we're going to get into it. I was at a post-Christmas celebration with family. At said celebration was their wives and husbands. While enjoying my time with them and not eating any of the spread that was laid out because it all looked like something straight out of a can, a few of my cousins and their significant others started complimenting me on how I looked different and healthier since they hadn't seen me in years. Without going into detail, I simply told them I had to switch up my mindset about food and incorporating fitness into my daily life. My cousin's wife then starts to belittle me, by going on about how I could lose more weight and should try harder at the gym. She said, really?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Really? My cousin's wife then starts to belittle me by going on about how I could lose more weight and should try harder in the gym. To which I politely responded that I am and that it takes time and discipline. After giving her what I thought was a straightforward answer, she kept the belittling going, to which I politely flat out said,
"Shut up, bitch!"
No. Quote, maybe you should come with me to the gym since you seem to be an expert on fitness. All right, so it seems like you were dealing some shit back. I also added that when you have kids, you should try to lose the weight and not gain 50 pounds in a year. Or 50 pounds a year. God damn. In the heat of the moment, I added that how she had to have her wedding dress resized 3 times before walking down the aisle. Yep, you're the asshole. It has been determined. You are the father. Yeah, solid, but it's okay. I approve it. I was asked to apologize for what I said, but I said I refuse. Why should I apologize to someone who is sabotaging their health and crap on my success because I wanted to take control of my life? All right, here's the difference between men and women. Men are wired to give shit and to take shit. And if you are a man, and if you're not sure, just check down below and, just look between your legs and see what you got.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Men can deal. Men give each other shit in order to test the other person. So if you're in a group of dudes and you're on a team, you're playing football or soccer or basketball. I don't want to call soccer a sport. Just kidding. Baseball, whatever it is, or just a friend group. You give shit to each other. You're constantly shitting on each other, but you're laughing. It's a part of being a dude. It's a part of being a man. I'm not saying some women don't do the same thing, but it's a very masculine trait. It's a very masculine thing. It's just what dudes do. All right. You shit on each other. You talk crap. Yeah. Like Xbox chat rooms or whatever. Like you're just constantly slinging shit. So sometimes a female might stray from the pack, so to speak. They might go a little bit outside their comfort zone, not knowing what is waiting for them on the other side. So she was giving some shit. I don't know the context, of course, and how it was said, because it's not just the words that were said. Of course, we're only getting one side from Mark, but it's also, how many drinks were people drinking? Like, were they drunk? Were they, how was it's not just the words that were said, it's how they were said, in the manner and the tone. But belittling you and continuing to do so. Mark, you're here live, so I don't have any reason to not believe you. But someone giving you shit about how you could lose more weight and should try harder at the gym. That sounds really rude. It just sounds like a weird thing to say. You should lose more, or how you could lose more weight and should try harder. Like maybe just giving you some shit, right? You should try harder. You should lose, giving you some shit. In other words, like they know that you're training and they feel guilty for not doing it. And plus also you're not eating the shit that they're eating and you're probably not drinking what they're drinking. So they're like probably a little bit self-conscious. Okay. If she kept on going, in my opinion, if she kept on going, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not technically being an asshole, but it sounds like she deserved it. Just to be honest from what you said here. You gave her a straightforward answer. She kept literally going. She kept going and going and going and going. So Mark was alcohol free, not eating the shit. Everyone else was probably eating the shit and drinking. And, this was a post-holiday celebration. So people were probably drinking a little bit earlier, having a little bit more. And you just like, all right, you're going to keep on poking the sleeping bear. Grizzly's going to feed. So then you said when you have kids, you should try to lose the weight and not gain 50 pounds a year. And you said you had to have her wedding dress resized 3 times for walking down the aisle. Savage. That's savage. It feels good just reading it. It feels good. Like, ooh, suck on that. In other words, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If she was saying like, oh, you go to the gym, like, I don't know if I have time, I don't know if I have time. Maybe I'll do something this year. And Mark all of a sudden just came out and was like, well, you have to get your wedding dress resized 3 times. Shouldn't gain 50 pounds a year after having a baby, you fat cunt. If he just came out of it like that, hey, Mark, calm your tits, chill out. But if she kept on like chiding, and then you dish it back, it's like, oof. You definitely went for the DNA. You definitely went for the soul. But at the same time, she was essentially asking for it. Yeah, if you're poking, you keep on poking. If she kept on coming out, like keep on going. Whatever. The thing is, what she was saying was kind of like general, like you could lose more weight. You should try harder. It's kind of general. The problem is you gave her truth. You gave her facts. So that's where it got that's where it got perceived as offensive. Because you're like, you could lose some more weight. Well, how much weight? She didn't call you fat. She's probably, giving you shit. Like, you should try harder in the gym. It's like a vague thing. Like, oh, come on, you pussy, you push harder. And you're like, well, you had to get your wedding dress resized 3 times. And it's like, oh my God, you just hit me with some reality. Sounds like she needs to go to the fucking gym. Let's just put it that way. All right. Mark. I am judge and jury, and I declare that I approve. I approve this message. Good for you. Lay it on thick. Maybe she'll do something about it. All right. Fuck that beach. Matt. This sounds so good. I like it. I'm a fan. Are you the asshole? Yeah, who cares? Maybe. I approve. Yeah. I like them apples. Applesauce, bitch. They still want me to apologize, and I still refused. Good. Fuck it. Fuck it. Why would you apologize? You meant what you said, and what you said was true. Why should you apologize for stating facts? They didn't like the timing. They didn't like the way you said it. Well, you didn't like the way she said it. They don't know your lived experience, Mark. That really offended you, and you were really hurt. And you defended yourself with truth. Matt writes, so I want to take the Swole fam on a trip back in time. Oh, we are going on memory lane. Man, we're going deep today. It's only the tip, too. Thick this year, are we? I want to take the Swole fam on a trip back in time, all the way to October the Schwam, the beginning of Fuck Your Resolution season. One of my major vices used to be energy drinks. I would sometimes drink 1 or 2 a day at times. Of course, I had all the excuses for why I drank them. I worked midnights, I was in school, I had kids, etc. Well, at the start of Fuck Your Resolution season, Papa was laying down the knowledge cock thick and heavy about how the date on the calendar means nothing, and if you start now, then come January 1st, you will already be 3 months ahead of the game. Well, it was what I needed to hear that day, and said fuck these things and never looked back. If I would have waited till now, I would be 3 months behind my current progress and still making excuses, but I'm proud to say it's been 3 months since I had an energy drink, and I don't plan to cut that streak now. Just goes to show the starting now pays off. Woo! That's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
He's on fire!
Matt, that is lit. That is awesome. Good for you. Energy drinks are such trash. If you want, have a little coffee or something like that, but that is fantastic. Year of the Swole Matt indeed. And I wish more people would have taken that advice when it comes to training or anything. I was just saying this the other day. 3 months ago, I was saying this. Matt's case in point. Some people actually did it. You know what? He's right. Maybe if I do change today, I won't be 3 months behind. There you go. There you go. Matt is living proof. It is possible. And remember, change doesn't take time. It takes commitment. When anyone says it takes 21 days to create a habit, let me tell you, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Do you know why? It's because you can quit on day 35 of a habit. 21 days does not a habit make. That's a very arbitrary fucking thing. It was probably done in some fucking study and survey. It takes approximately 21 days. It takes now. If you make a change and you never go back, you start the habit immediately. You can start now. You can make that change. A lot of people can't do a 180 like that. They have to gradually make a change. But you can make a change today, and that's the change. You make a change today, and then that's it. You can do that. You could do that today. You could do that immediately. You don't need time. You don't need months or years to create or forge that. A lot of times people drag out habitual change in order to keep their addictions because they don't really want to change. So they kind of drag it out and make excuses over and over again. But it doesn't take time. It takes commitment. So if you want to change, you could change right now. All you have to do is do the different things, and that's that. Or you can keep on making excuses and, no, I'm going to wean off and do a little bit less. Maybe that works. Fine. But it doesn't take time. It takes now. Just do it, right? It's as simple as that. Because 21 days, you can just stop on day 22. You can stop on day 70. Like if you work out for let's say you work out for 3 months and then you stop training, period. You stop the 7 pillars and you don't do it for 7 years. Did it take 21 days? Of course not. You just quit every single day. Let's say I'm on day, I don't know, 3,000, whatever. Okay, well, it could be the last day. We talked about this in the accountability meeting yesterday. I could stop today and never train again. So much for that habit, right? Nick, anyone find it ironic that they play songs by Lizzo at gyms? Considering her music sucks a huge donkey dick.
You can be fat and be healthy.
There's that too.
I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Gym music makes so much money for Apple and like AirPods and Samsung and wireless and headphones. I mean, seriously, if you're going to a gym, you need to either wear earplugs or, put your own music on because you will literally want to hang yourself after like 3 songs. Maybe less. It's pretty much like some gyms, some hardcore gyms or powerlifting gyms will have metal on or something like that, which is pretty sweet. So then you don't have to have, your shit on. Because sometimes it's nice to hear the clanging of weights and stuff like that, but you just don't want to hear like Spice Girls in the background. James, Planet Fitness music sucks. Well, the music at Planet Fitness is just the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. All right, let's get into some Knowledge Cock fam. Let's take some questions. Are you ready? Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And of course, if you want to submit a call, make sure you head on over to AskPapaSwolio.com. This one's from Kneecap. Kneecap? Your name is Kneecap? I don't buy it, but go ahead.
What's good, Papa Swolio? Right now I'm gonna make a beat for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one quick beat.
Shit.
Live. It's gonna be under a minute. You know what I'm saying? You inspire me a lot to like, you know what I'm saying, get off all my ass and go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Drop it, baby.
So here's the beat. Right here. It's right over here. Oh, whoops. Right here.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was nasty. All right, that was the shit. Know what I'm saying? That was the shit. I like that. There you go. Send that to daddy. Oh yeah, drop it. That's a new intro song. I like it. I like it. Ooh, I can smell that from here. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Fire in the hole. After this is why you don't have Taco Bell, fam. All right, let's take this one from Braulio. Braulio?
¿Qué tal sa Papasolio? Big fan from Mexico. I have a question. If I only rest between sets, like 30 seconds, I can only do like 6 repetitions, 8 repetitions. But if I rest for like 45 seconds, I can do 10. If I rest for a minute, I can do like 12, 15. How much time should I rest between sets? Have no idea.
Good question. Yeah. If you're trying to build muscle, you should be resting probably at least 2 minutes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, 15 seconds, is it going to get you that many more reps? Maybe, maybe not. But if you're trying to pack on muscle, in other words, if you want to work more on muscle endurance, you can still build muscle doing like 45 seconds to a minute. You can still build muscle. You're just not going to build as much. And the reason why, it's because you are not recovering enough between sets in order to go heavy enough as you're able to. So for example, if you said you were able to do, let's say 8 or 10 reps, if you rested 45 seconds or a minute, imagine if you rested 2 or 3 minutes, you would be able to do 8 or 10 reps with 5 or 10 more pounds, let's say, on an exercise. So you'll be able to overload your muscles more load in less time overall, and you'll create more of a stimulus in which you'll grow from. So I would even double that or triple that and see how you fare, because you want to be resting enough so you can lift more. It's not only about the reps, because if you rest like 10 seconds and you don't do anything, you're just lifting for cardio, you might be doing 6 reps, but you're doing 10 pounds. Okay. You rest a couple minutes, you may be doing 30 or 40 pounds and you're doing the same amount of reps, you're creating more overload and it'll stimulate more muscle growth over time. So definitely make sure that you are resting longer. If you're trying to build muscle and strength, if that's your focus, make sure that you're giving yourself more ample rest periods. I would go at least 2 to 3 minutes, try that and see how you fare. And it depends on how heavy your sets are and how hard your sets are. You might even want to push it more. You might even want to go with longer rest periods. So rest periods is one of those acute variables that you can change workout to workout. But in general, you want to keep it more consistent. But you could play around with that and see how you feel. But that's a great example of what exactly it would be. The shorter you rest, the less reps you'll get, but also the less weight you'll be able to lift subsequent sets because you're not recovering enough. Your body isn't replenishing creatine, phosphate. Your body is not getting ready enough, or you're not giving enough time for your body to recover physiologically between sets. Yeah, don't get over scientific with it. Like people like Jeff just get like, reading all these studies, like just fucking lift heavy weights. It doesn't, you don't need to be getting super analytical. You can go way too hard with exercise physiology and all the details. People just need to lift heavy weights and give themselves a little bit more rest between sets. It's that simple. It's that simple. You want to lift hard. You want to lift hard. You want to lift heavy, lift big, and you're going to need a little bit more rest between sets to do so. Don't complicate it. Make sure you're pushing yourself hard. Remember, being out of breath and like exhausted and dripping in sweat, you don't need that for weightlifting. That you're not doing cardio. You're lifting for strength, right? Harm. Papa Swole, should I try and change my sleeping position to sleeping on my back instead of on my side? If so, what is the best approach for this change? Any other advice on sleeping habits? Sure. Completely a cold room, I would say 65 to 70 degrees in your bedroom. Blackout curtains so you can't see any light. You don't want to be able to see your hand in front of your face. You want it to be that dark. If you need white noise or something like that, maybe a fan or something like that might be okay for you. If that's something that you want, that's totally fine. I would also recommend, getting a little, roll of like surgical tape, taking a little square of tape and putting it over the middle of your mouth. You'll still be able to breathe out the sides, but it'll cue you to more breathing through your nose, so your mouth won't drop open. Sleeping on your back or your side are the best things. If you have like a pillow, you can drape one leg over and put it on top of a pillow so your spine stays aligned. You can get like a body pillow or something if you sleep on your side. Either your left side or on your back is usually best. But if you're sleeping on your back, I would make sure you get like a bolster or a pillow you could put under your knees. That way it'll give you a little bit more support if you're lying on your back. And of course, like, at night when it comes to sleep, what you do before sleep is just as important, if not more important than what you're doing actually in, while you're actually sleeping. So having a good evening routine is important. Winding down, sometimes something like magnesium glycinate, having some magnesium before bed can be really good for sleep. I take some, it's fantastic. I do sauna at night before bed. Not eating for a few hours before sleep is very important. You don't want to be digesting, and that can negatively affect the depth of your sleep and the quality of your sleep. Julian Papasolio, any advice for a tense knot or no? I'm assuming it's a typo. Below the shoulder blade, it's gotten to a point where I noticed that shoulder sitting higher than the other to avoid the pain. I'm 2 weeks away from appointment. Appointment with what? A lot of times that's a muscle imbalance. Are you foam rolling? Have you done any foam rolling? You could use a tennis ball against a wall or on the ground to loosen it up and also do like scapular depressions. A lot of times tightness or muscle imbalances or muscle knots is because of chronic imbalance or overuse or something that happens. And not only do you have to release this tension with like long holds and, a tennis ball or foam roller, but also activation to create the balance and to create the proper stabilization around the shoulder girdle so it doesn't happen again. Because a lot of times you go to get a massage and it feels better for a day or two, but then it comes back because you're not actually strengthening anything. You're just inhibiting with the massage. So not only do you want to either get a massage, someone else is doing it, or you're foam rolling with a foam roller or a tennis ball or whatever it is, but then you're also activating, doing scapular retractions like floor cobras, scapular depressions for your lower traps. You could do external rotations for your rotator cuff. It really depends on where it's coming from and what you're doing every day that might be compounding to lead to that. So if you have muscle imbalances like that, it could be something that you're doing every day that's leading to it, then you have to counter that. Because there's usually repetitive movements that we all do. We're all internally rotated and driving all the time or doing stuff to the front or slouching or on our phones, neck bent down. So it could be a bunch of things. Tyler Papasoli, do you think 2023 will improve such as money, laws, taxes? What do you mean? Do I think things are going to get better in 2023? Like the economy and stuff or laws? I do not, personally. I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic. So, I mean, I still think things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. If that's what you mean. I mean, certainly as long as, from what we've seen, as long as Democrats are in control for the most part, you're going to have more taxes and taxation of the poor and more despair in cities and urban areas. In other words, we're going to be moving the same direction. Things just haven't gotten bad enough for people to make better decisions when they're voting and things like that. Hasn't gotten bad enough yet, which is strange. I mean, by all, and what's happened from the lockdowns and from all these terrible policies that have happened since 2020, it's a whip effect. So a lot of the supply chains and the issues still haven't come down the pipeline. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's all better, it's all done. It hasn't hit yet. This year is going to be smart. It's probably going to be pretty rough. And if not, good. I mean, I'm not saying like I hope, but it's like a whip effect, right? So the reason why it's called a whip effect, think about how a whip works. You whoosh, or like a bed, like you're shaking a sheet, you whip, where the handle is, and then the whole thing kind of like travels down. So when you change something and you fuck with something at one level, it doesn't happen instantly. It has to sift through and filter through the banks. You have the interest rates. You have China with like more tensions because of travelers and their, COVID's coming back and boogeyman again. And then you have Europe with the oil crisis and shutting down nuclear plants and destroying their economy and freezing out their citizens. And hopefully the winter is lighter as we travel through. Hopefully it doesn't get bad again, because if it does, there's going to be more shitstorm. But we'll see. We'll see. It seems like 2023 is going to be it's going to be a bumpy ride until we kind of wrangle free of the like climate alarmism, which I don't know if it's possible. That has a hold of way too many people. Rather than focusing on technology and improving, our technology as it is, and actually going towards cheaper energy and helping our population. Like, people just seem to want to do the opposite. Like, it's just unrealistic and irrational alarm. As always, what else is new? If there's a constant state of alarm, there's a constant state of fear. They can perpetuate control and continue their grasp of power when you strike fear endlessly. But I think a lot more people are over it and waking up to it. Trace, what should I be looking for in a mattress for improved sleep quality? Good question. I would recommend something that is more of a firm mattress. You can find mattresses, they're more expensive, but wool, cotton, that's a better option. We're going to be going towards that direction, or like materials that are non-toxic. But a more firm mattress, you could also look towards like futons and things like that. But usually more of a firm mattress is better. And the good thing about firm mattresses, you could always put like a pad or something on top of it if you want to transition into it. But once you have a soft mattress, you can't make it harder. Soft mattresses are brutal. Ours is even too soft. Because we used to like to sleep on the floor when we were in the apartment. So now we're probably going to move back towards like a futon, like a 7-inch, like futon type wool and cotton mattress. Because like we miss it being hard. I do too. I mean, I've been like that the whole time. Mama Swole has kind of come around to it. And I guess a few weeks ago, she slept on the floor because I don't think she was, or she was just really tired, and she was like taking a nap and just lying down and ended up falling asleep there the whole night. And then she woke up the next day and she's like, I want a harder mattress. That was the best sleep of my life. I was like, I told you, remember? I was like, I told you. Tyler, how can I mobilize and improve my left arm? I took a video of myself doing ISO shoulder presses, and my left arm and shoulder drops down differently than my right arm. I don't know what that means. It drops down differently. Are you right-handed? It's probably going to be something coordination-based. But I would make sure you're getting into more things like that challenge coordination. Honestly, a lot of times people just don't realize how much coordination matters long-term. So I would start brushing your teeth with your left hand, practice that, do more things with your left hand, get into steel or like, Indian club or single arm club, getting more into like twirling and, rotations and spinning with your wrist to coordinate all those tiny muscles and tendons and ligaments in your left arm. And also doing like isolation, single arm stuff for your shoulder joint, shoulder girdle, external rotations, scapular depressions, making sure you're focusing on the posterior deltoid, and throwing some extra sets that way when you're doing certain exercises. But think about it, if you're 20 years old and you've been right-handed your whole life and biasing everything towards your right side, don't underestimate how much of a difference that makes compounded over time. Kylie Jen, Papa Swole, your thoughts on NoFap? Is it as important as everyone says? NoFap or no porn? Big difference. NoFap, I mean, semen retention. I don't know if that's necessarily healthy or logical or a good thing, but not overstimulating yourself with, exaggerated sexual situations just for like dopamine release and open loop porn consumption is not good. So I don't think the fapping shit really matters as much as a lot of people like to say. Is it as important as everyone says? Who says it's important and who says how important it is? I mean, there's a lot of people that say there's a lot of important things. There are a lot of people that might be talking about NoFap and then they're still eating low quality food. So get your ducks in a row. There are things that are more important first and foremost. But it's like your environment. It's like the things that you're allowing into your eye holes and ear holes. Jay, to drink alcohol or not to drink alcohol? That is the question. It's a very easy question. Not to drink. It's a very easy question. Jay, coffee or pre-workout? Coffee. I have to bring that up on the screen. Will, is progressive overloading the most effective way to build muscle? It's the only way to build muscle. That's the only way that you're going to build muscle, is by progressively overloading your system. So it's actually required to build muscle. There's no other way to build muscle. You have to overload. And if you're overloading with the same overload, your body is going to adapt. It might build a little muscle, but then it's going to adapt because you're just doing the same thing over time. You need to overload progressively. Progressive overload means what you might be meaning is Do I always have to go heavier in weight? Well, you need more volume. You need more isolation. Like you need more focus on certain body parts. And unlocking crayon. Interesting approach. Papa Swole, I just got back from the fucking gym. What are your thoughts on creatine? Does it work? Yes, it does. Creatine's fine. Creatine's fine. I'm not spending much more time on it because, yes, it does work. Differently for different people. It's found in steak, so make sure you get your nutrition on point. Nothing wrong with creatine, but it's also not going to make or break your results. Kevin, you're on the sleaze.
I weigh 280 pounds. I want to lose weight. I want to lose at least 100 pounds. And I also want to build muscle while doing it. What would you recommend for my workout routine at the gym? Thank you.
You want to lose 100 pounds and you also want to build muscle. What I recommend for your workout routine in the gym, I would recommend you start eating healthy and you keep on lifting heavy fucking weights. You got to learn about eating properly. Stop worrying about losing fat and building muscle. Stop trying to, this isn't a magic show. This is lifestyle habitual change. So go to swolenormousx.com. You could join the fam. We would welcome you with open arms. Make sure you download for free, though, the 7 pillars of Swolenormous and start figuring out and customize your nutrition. It's really important for you to customize your nutrition. Yes, you can build some muscle and lose. You have a lot of body fat to lose. So you can build muscle while you're losing body fat, but it's not something that's going to continuously, linearly work over time. You need to make sure that you are creating those good habits, lifting heavy weights regularly, progressive overload like we were just talking about, and cutting out inflammatory foods and eating properly, getting quality sleep. That way you're resetting your hormones, getting rid of estrogenics in your environment. So you're getting rid of inflammation and body fat as you continuously work on getting stronger and building muscle. Don't worry so much about the weight loss. Trust me, you will transform yourself if you stop worrying about losing weight and focus on lifting fucking weights and building muscle. If you focus on building muscle, just building fucking muscle, you're going to lose the fat. Straight up. Isaiah, hey, Papa, do you ever find yourself not having as strong an appetite for steak on some days? What the fuck is going on?
Matt Damon. How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Just came out of the gate hot. Isaiah, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? The fuck you say to me, boy? The fuck you say to me, son? I'll go Goggins. You don't know me, son. All right. Calm down. Hold on. I gotta. My heart rate. Maybe that's the coffee. Do you ever find yourself not having as strong an appetite for steak? I mean, I guess. I mean, here's the thing. I don't necessarily want. I'm grateful. I don't spend money on dumb stuff. So I focus on ribeyes and ground beef and stuff like that. So I don't always necessarily feel like a certain type of steak every day. But we'll sometimes do like burgers or ground beef. We'll do ribeyes. We'll do skirt steaks. You could do eggs. Yeah, the type of steak or the method of preparation or what we consume can change, I don't quantify it like, I don't really feel like an appetite for steak. Yeah, maybe you just need to fast or something. Fasting's fine. But it's okay to eat different things. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you should be eating turkey or chicken. Like a lot of those things are just not as effective or not as healthy. And it's totally fine to eat red meat, especially if it's quality red meat. So what we do is we have a little variety when it comes to the beef. Like when you're eating more animal-based, carnivore with like some fruit, when you're eating more of this stuff like regularly, it's a big difference. Having like different cuts of steak, it's a completely different taste. Going from like a steak to ground beef, like it's a completely different taste, a completely different approach. Mama Solio makes these like grass-fed beef patty burgers, but it's like she'll cook the grass-fed beef into patties and then do like one egg or so like over easy and make it like a sandwich with some like raw cheese. So it's like the bun is grass-fed beef with like eggs. Or you'll make ground beef and then throw in a couple egg yolks and make like an egg yolk steak scramble. So it's like different tastes and mix it up a little bit. You don't have to eat it's more expensive if you have a ribeye or a strip steak. You don't have to eat it every day, like the same thing. You don't have to eat the same like cut every day. Isaiah, I find myself not craving the ribeyes and strip steaks some days, but ground beef and eggs on my other. Yeah, there you go. And when I say eat a fucking steak, go to the fucking gym, like in my videos, yeah, it's hyperbolic. And people are like, well, you don't have to go to the fucking gym. Not everyone has time. Some people train at home, man. Some people. Yes, I know. The gym is where you fucking train. Like, it's just not like, it's not as catchy in a video saying like, go to the fucking gym. But if you train at home, make sure you eat a fucking steak, go to the fucking gym. Well, how come I can't have steak every day? Steak's expensive. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You get the point. Not you, Isaiah, but online chodes. You get the point, right? So yes, you can mix it up. Pastured eggs, ground beef, steak. You get the fucking point. Let's go balls deep. You get the point. You get the point. All right, you got questions?
That's deep.
I don't know if we got to, I guess we got to that one. Make sure you submit a question, askpapaswolio.com, and we'll get to more tomorrow. If we didn't get to your question yet, we will get to all of them in the week. When you call, we get to every single question. As long as you don't, I mean, obviously we play stupid ones too. We played like the little fart rap earlier. That was awesome. But if you have a question, askpapaswolio.com and we will get to it. So if you can't make it to the show and X, Y, and Z, askpapaswolio.com, call in, leave a question. We'll get to it. Let's get into it. Balls deep. Balls deep. What? Balls deep. I said, what? Balls deep. I'll leave that on the screen. Balls deep. Balls deep. Going balls deep. Going balls deep. AskPapaSolio.com. Let's see. Balls deep. Balls deep. Balls deep. Going balls deep. We got an article here. We also have a tweet thread that I don't want to get into that now. I don't want to bring it up on Twitter. But if you follow me on Twitter at Swolenormous, go check out, I tweeted last night, I think, a thread about this guy who used to work for Coca-Cola. And it was talking about how they literally, behind the scenes, they try to call every other, like Pepsi and other companies racist. And they're sick lobbying in order to make sure that you could buy soda with like Snap EBT cards and stuff like that. Pretty gross shit. But anyway, check my Twitter if you want to check that out. It's a whole long thread. I was going to go through that, but it's a little bit long. I figure we'll just go here instead because we got an article. It's pretty fucked up too. So it's like we got to pick our fucked up. We got to pick our fucked up in 2023. All right, check this out. Big Pharma's golden ticket sales of new weight loss shot made by Eli Lilly forecast to hit $50 billion this year, which would make it the best-selling drug of all time. Tirzepatide could be approved as a weight loss treatment this year. Let me give you a hint. Taking this drug will not help you lose weight because you're still going to be a fat fuck and you're still going to have shitty fucking habits. Weight loss surgery, these fucking drugs, they're not making you healthier. You're still consuming garbage. You're still eating garbage. You're still going to have tons of fucking issues, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, because you're still eating shit. Fuck these pharmaceutical companies. My God, can you stop like sucking this pharmaceutical company's dicks? These drugs are absolute poison. Pretty much all of them. All the ADHD meds that you're pumping into kids, all these antidepressants, it's fucking garbage. You got to go to the source. Fix your nutrition, your lifestyle habits. Oh no, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to actually put in work. Yeah. All right. Tirzepatide, sold under the brand Mounjaro. What are these fucking names? Is expected. I think they do these names so no one knows what the fuck is going on. Mounjaro. Who sits around a table like, this is called, we call this Mounjaro. Mounjaro. It helps people lose weight. Mounjaro. Is expected to be approved by the FDA for weight loss within months. Analysts expect the drug, which is believed to be better than similar rival medications, to make anywhere between $25 to $50 billion in the U.S. in its first year. Because so many people are like, yay, I don't have to put in any work. Check this out. All right, let's see. That's more than the current record holder, Pfizer's COVID jab, which raked in $37 billion in 2021 and did jack shit, I might add. It comes after Wegovy, a similar fat-melting shot, was approved for obese children as young as 12. That's great. If you're obese and you're 12 years old, the last thing you need is a fucking injection of a weight loss drug. You need to stop eating trash. How the new weight loss shot works. Number one, injection once a week. Well, that's great. You know what's interesting? Before we get into this, think of how normalized the pharmaceutical companies and the government are making injections, right? Just get an injection once a week. And then when the next booster or the next vaccine, or gene therapy, I should say, whatever comes out, is this normal? Oh yeah, another jab, another fucking jab. It's like, let's make it a jab because people are used to getting injections now. People are used to getting injections. Let's just make it the same. Let's not make it a pill. Let's make sure it's an injection because people are used to that. They want it. Inject me, daddy. Inject me, daddy. Number 1, injection once a week. Number 2, suppresses hunger by mimicking hormone in pancreas that tells brain it's full. So here's another problem. So you're tricking the brain. So junk food tricks the brain into thinking that it's still hungry. This is going to trick the brain that it's full. Now understand, these are people that are still eating garbage. These are people that are still eating trash. These are people that are still nutrient deficient. So not only are they still nutrient deficient, their brain thinks that it's full too. So they're still nutrient deficient. They think they're full. They're not getting enough nutrients with what they're eating anyway. Now they're eating less of nutrient deficient food. Number 3, causes food to clear from stomach more slowly. In other words, if you're not eating like high processed food, it's going to slow digestion too. If you're eating simple processed sugars, for example, it's going to absorb very quickly into your bloodstream. So slowing down digestion is important. And this is, some of the reasons why fruit and things like that, like soluble fiber, is beneficial. All right, I just burped.
I give it a 10. A 10.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Number 4, obese people lost a fifth of their body weight in 72 weeks in study. 72 weeks. Okay. Can someone do the math for me on that? 72 fucking weeks. That's a year and 5 months. Obese people lost a fifth of their body weight. Let me tell you something. When you have an extra human on your body, it's not hard to lose that extra fat. I'm telling you, it's not hard. But you've never been fat. Because I know how to not be fat. When you change and you guys can drop in the comments, hard is relative. But when you start making positive changes, guess what? The fat comes off. The extra human storage comes off. When you get rid of the estrogenics, when you get rid of the inflammatory food, the gluten, the grains, the seed oils, the vegetable oils, when you get quality sleep, when you exercise regularly, the fat comes off. Where's the lie? The fat comes off. Obese people lost a fifth of their body weight. Great. They still have a lot of extra fat to lose. A fifth of their body weight. If you're 300 pounds, what's a fifth of 300 pounds? 60? Pretty good math. 240, you're still obese. So cool. Now what? Nerd Guy 88, I've been fat over 350 pounds down to 187. It melts off when you are that fat. That's fucking awesome, Nerd Guy. Good for you. No, this is not the 12-year-olds. That was saying that other drug, Wegovy or whatever the fuck it is, was approved for obese children as young as 12. This is something different. Anyway, look, the problem with things like this is that it doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve the problem. And let me break it down again, okay? These are symptoms. Your obesity is a symptom of your lifestyle habits. It's an effect of what you're eating, what you're doing every day, what you're exposing yourself to in your environment. It's an outcome. It's a side effect. You're not fat first and it causes all these fucking problems, okay? You had terrible habits. Maybe you were genetically predisposed because your parents were fat and blah, 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 but you became fat, okay? So this is a symptom. This isn't even the problem. The problem is the lifestyle habit. So you're not changing anything. You're like, oh, give me an injection. Cool. And you know what the sickest fucking shit is? This pisses me off. And we're going to leave it here because I'm just going to rage, for way too long. We got other shit to get into. And we got to wrap up soon. But $50 billion fucking dollars because of this. You know why? Because of this. Because of this injection once a week. It's a once a week injection. Does it need to be once a week? It doesn't even matter. They're getting you on a prescription. They're getting you on a subscription. Same thing with the boosters and the vaccines and all that stuff. The more they give you, the more money they make. That's all it is. The more they give you, the more money they make. If it's $20 a shot, they want to give it to you they would love to give it to you every day, but that's unrealistic. Once a week is a lot. Think about okay, ready? Injection once a week. How is this getting injected? People are not just going to be injecting themselves. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Maybe when you get this, the doctor shows you how to do it and then you do it yourself. Maybe. But maybe you have to go to the doctor every week to do it. Think of how much the doctor makes. Think of how much the insurance companies make, whatever it is. So in other words, a lot of people, like maybe some people, maybe it's going to be like mix and match. Maybe some people will be able to do it at home because they're functional or whatever. But let's just say a percentage of people go to the doctor every week. Think of how many people benefit from going to the doctor every fucking week. I'm just saying. So everyone gets greased. The insurance companies, the doctors. I'm just saying there's incentive for medical practitioners to get a patient or a client or a customer, whatever, from a doctor's office or a medical office to come in once a week for shots. Everyone benefits. Pharma, doctors, insurance, whatever. So I'm sure some people, I'm sure like, okay, you inject yourself, fine. But I think there are a lot of people that couldn't do this themselves, that aren't able, or they're afraid and like, oh, well, you can come back in and do it. We'll do it for you. And of course they're going to be billed for. So just saying, we all know there's going to be some percentage, at least at the beginning, right? The first, I don't know how it works. I shouldn't talk about it. I don't know how it works, but there's obviously going to be a percentage of people that have it done at least the first time by a doctor or on a regular basis. It doesn't even matter. That the whole point is that it's once a week. It's once a week. And guess what? It's 72 weeks. So let's say once a week for 72 fucking weeks. 72 fucking weeks once a week. That's 72 doses. Do you guys have any idea how much these doses are? It might cost the person $12 if it's covered by insurance, but these things behind the scenes are getting billed up the fucking ass. And what happens when it's, not covered by insurance? It could be a fortune, or your insurance doesn't cover it. And like, oh, well, this shot's $500. 72 fucking shots, at least in a study. So that's like on average, or maybe less, or you're on it for longer. So at least 72 fucking weeks because of that one study. Who the fuck knows how that study was done? Because most of the time you don't have to, like, these studies are done by the pharmaceutical companies and they don't have to disclose their data, as we saw from the vaccine bullshit scam trials, the fraud trials, we should call it. Anyway, this is just criminal shit. Yo, change your fucking habits, and you don't need to take a drug. You need a drug to change your fucking habits. Oh my God, I'm going to lose fat. Shut your fucking mouth. Stop eating trash, you fat fuck. Stop eating the donuts, and you don't need to inject yourself. It's so disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh, it's so fucking gross. Get some sun. Take vitamin D, exercise, get some fucking sleep, get off social media, eat some real goddamn food. All right, let's. All right, enough. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, we only got time for... Let's do 2. We're not going to take this one because that one's too long. We're not doing a puberty blockers one today. I can't handle it right now. We're pretty much done. Let's do one video. Let's do this one. Let's do one of these. This one's called Gain Fat Liberation This Year. And I'm doing this because there's a dude with weird glasses on. And let's see what we got here.
What's in the box?
One more. Yeah, we're not. We're just gonna do this one.
Hello, my friends. It's the first Monday of the new year. If I hear a single one of you posting about how you're gonna lose weight for the new year and go on a diet, I will steal your dog. We are not losing anything in the new year. We're getting.
Except you losing hair. Okay, someone needs a steak. And I'm not talking about the salchicha. Someone needs a fucking, steak. All right? Swap out the oat milk, my guy. Good Lord.
Gain a relationship with intuitive eating. Gain a relationship with mindful movement. Gain an alignment with fat liberation. Gain the opportunity to rest. And gain a sense of who you are outside racist, patriarchal, fatphobic standards of beauty. The only thing we're losing is the weight of the world telling us that we're not enough. You don't need to change anything about yourself just because some arbitrary Gregorian calendar flipped over a few numbers. Focus on gaining opportunities and experiences that make you feel alive and fulfilled. Happy New Year! I love you, and I better not have to steal your dog. Bye!
I feel bad for this dude. Like his like bipolar disorder. There's no one, anytime you see videos where someone is that like, they cry themselves to sleep every night. Like that is the fastest, that's the quickest, like most glaring sign that someone is not mentally stable. I feel for that person. Like when the camera goes off, that's like, can you imagine doing this? Jesus Christ. I don't disagree with it just because the calendar flips over, but you see how it's weaponized? It's weaponized to be a fat, lazy fuck. So, you know, there's that too. There's that.
I got hairy legs.
All right. Let's see. We are wrapping up. Brandon says, what a video to just tune into. You missed a lot. Let's do, you know what? Let's do one more. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. Let's do one.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie. Let's do one more. This one, we're not going to do this other one because it's too long, but this one is, that's what she said. This one says, babies aren't born with hair. And I'm just curious. I want to see this today. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I'm curious. Babies aren't born with hair. I mean, aren't they? Don't they have like a little, like they have a little bit, like a little tiny. I'm curious as to where this is going to go because that's just the title in the folder. So it's a response to a question that says, people are not born overweight. Adults just make poor choices and excuses as to why they are overweight. Stop with the excuses and make life changes. All right, so the comment's super based. I guess this person's going to be like, babies aren't born with hair. I don't know. I can't. I can't predict the stupidity. It always trips you up. You think like, oh, this can't be that bad. And then it's like, whoa, didn't expect racism to come out of that. So let's see what we got here.
You know what else babies aren't born with? Hair, their full height, knowledge, understanding, verbal skill. Because babies are only partially formed humans.
Oh, babies are only partially formed humans. That's right. That's why we can abort them, you know, up until after after delivery, right? Right? Yeah. No? They're only partially formed. No, babies are, they're growing humans, but they're humans. Like when a baby comes out, a baby's a human. It's just a human baby. Partially formed. From the look of this girl's face, she's missing a chromosome or two. But that being said, you know, your brain's not fully formed until 25. God, look at that, her eyes. I got to hit that again. I hit that too early.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
All right, let's keep going.
We're meant to grow and evolve. As humans, our bodies are literally designed to grow and evolve, okay?
Does everyone keep taking notes? Everyone?
You know the thing about a shaggy?
Got it?
Lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eye.
Everyone keeping up? All right, humans are meant to grow and evolve. Like, this is good. This is good. I'm learning. Take notes, everyone. Take notes. Here we go. We're going to educate ourselves.
Quick little fun fact for you. A healthy body fat percentage in a baby is 15%. But in a grown adult woman, healthy body fat percentage is between 21 and 32%.
All right, let me check ya. Body check. Full fucking check. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes for roughing on this one. It's definitely not 32 fucking percent. Okay? Women have a higher body fat percentage at a good body fat than men, but it's not even fucking close to 32%. Jesus Christ. For a female, For a female, low 20s, maybe high teens, depending on the distribution. But yeah, it's going to be for a female and a male. If you put a man and a woman next to each other and they both like look the same in terms of like definition and stuff, the man is going to be, let's say if a man is like 14%, the woman comparatively would probably be 20%. In other words, it's normal and natural for a female because of hormones, because of difference in, testosterone and muscle mass. It's normal for a female to have a higher body fat percentage, and a body fat percentage means relative to their overall mass. So men have more muscle naturally than women, even without exercising. So relatively speaking, for their body, for their physique and for their bodies, women will have less muscle, which is the body fat, which means the percentage of their body that's fat will be higher than men. Okay.
I don't know my body fat percentage.
I can guess. It's up there. It's up there.
Boom shakalaka.
But I do know that we shouldn't rely on baby statistics to define health for adults. But let's see, what poor choices have led to my weight gain?
I mean, I could fucking list it off here. I don't have enough time. Who's talking about baby choices? Who's comparing to babies? We're just saying that people aren't born morbidly obese. Babies have more fat, yes, because of their development, their body's ability to grow and to feed off the extra. They can't have a lot of muscle and skeletal structure. They have soft brains, the fontanelles, because they have to come out of the vaginal canal. Like, there's a lot of reasons why babies don't come out like ripped and shredded. Okay. Breast milk is mostly fat and stuff. Okay. All right. I'm not a baby expert, but Jesus Christ, this is dumb. This is some stupid shit. There we go.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Trusting people who traumatized me, that was a bad decision. Letting weight stigma and diet culture and fat phobia define my whole relationship with my body and food to the—
All right, lay on those excuses thick. What else? It's not your fault. Number 1 and number 2, both of these. It's not me. I'm obese because it's not me.
Point that I was self-destructive and starved myself and went in diet patterns and over-exercised and absolutely ruined my metabolism for the first 30 years of my life.
You don't ruin your metabolism. You just perpetuate bad habits, and you're continuing to perpetuate bad habits. So, correction. Let's not live in the past. What are you doing today about it? Same things? Gotcha.
Another poor life decision was working so hard to advance in corporate America that I—
Feminism working out for you, huh?
Put my health on the back burner for a few years. What else? Oh yeah, letting pricks like you make me feel some kind of way about myself.
How you feel about yourself has nothing to do with me. That's your problem. That's your issue. How you feel about yourself is 100,000% you. Has nothing to do with anyone else, let alone me or anyone. So it's you. Letting pricks like you make me feel some kind of way about myself. You feeling some kind of way about yourself. I don't know. Like, you can feel however the fuck you want. Letting pricks like you're just saying, you're literally projecting your own self-hatred. Letting pricks like you. Then don't let pricks like, then don't. Then why are you doing it? It's a fucking choice. Letting pricks like you make me feel some kind of way about myself. Sounds like a personal fucking problem through and through. You might want to get that looked into.
Matt
All right. 19 seconds of dumb. Here we go. Can we do it? Hold your breath. Come on.
Stop judging people on the internet. Stop weight shaming. Stop being a dick. I would be willing to bet money that my lifestyle is healthier than this person's. You know what's really unhealthy? Berating and weight shaming strangers on the internet that you know nothing about. People aren't born judgmental either. Work on that. It's a sign of bad health.
Actually, people are born judgmental. It's evolution. So it's not a sign of bad health. It might be a sign of protection. It might be a sign of adaptation. It's evolution. Judging is evolution. This part here, berating and weight shaming strangers on the internet you know nothing about. Oh, you just spent 2 fucking minutes telling us about yourself and how you think. And whatever words came out of your mouth were pretty much 100% dumb. So my judgment stands based on what the words you said were retarded. The words. It looks like you need sun. It looks like you need to eat healthy. It sounds like you need intensive therapy and self-reflection and mindfulness practice. But aside from that, you know.
Shut up, bitch!
Prejudice is instinctive. You know why? I mean, this is why people are tribal, because you surround yourself and you are able to recognize as a creature, as an animal, things that are different from you, things that are outside of your safe zone, outside of your family, outside of your tribe. It doesn't mean, because in today's society, it's much different. We are the same ancient creatures that are in like juxtaposed in a modern society. So it doesn't mean now we have to learn and adapt like, hey, even though you see something different, maybe you standoffish, it's like a stranger. You know, someone that's like walking up to you on the street, like randomly, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Give me a big old hug. You're like, I don't know what this is about. That's prejudice. I don't know what this is going about. I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, it doesn't matter. I don't know what this person's going to do. I don't know who this person is. I'm not aware of this person. I know nothing about this person. What is this situation? If you see a group of 5 people walking towards you on a sidewalk, just like staring at you, you should prejudge the fuck out of that situation. All right. It's a safety mechanism. It allows you to avoid danger or, you know, dangerous situations. So you can survive. It's a fundamental fact. What this person is projecting is her feelings, and her emotion. She doesn't have control of her emotions. She doesn't have any control of her life. She's resentful. She's frustrated. She has a lot of like self-hatred, and she's projecting that as if it's someone else's fault, letting you all make me feel bad about myself. You literally just laid it all out. How dare you for letting me feel bad? First off, I don't care. I'm focused on how I feel about myself and handling my situation, as all of you should be. The way someone, and I always talk about this, when someone leaves a negative comment online or talks shit, guess what? The way someone feels about me that sees my video, I'm like, go to the fucking gym. The way someone feels about me is none of my business. It really isn't. It's none of my business. I don't care. If someone doesn't like me, that's okay. They don't have to like me. They don't know me. That's why. They don't know me. I am well aware they're seeing a video online and then forming an opinion. Fine. I get it. I also know that comment is based on the fucking fraction of a dimension. Like, that's not who I am. Nor should it be. Like, I'm not trying to put I'm not exposing everything, the ins and outs of my existence on TikTok or Instagram. So you have to have perspective. And there are people that get easily offended, that don't understand how the internet works, that don't have perspective on these things and don't understand human nature. Like, people are going to leave negative comments. Okay, someone hates me. Fine. It doesn't matter. They can hate me. They don't have to like me. That's not a requirement for me to have peace. That's not a requirement of me to have a quality of life. They can they're more than welcome to dislike me. They don't know me and I don't know them. So where's the loss? What's the problem here? Where's the issue? Like, you don't like it. Like, oh, I hate that guy. Like, I don't know you, so I don't care. If it's someone close to me and they all of a sudden fucking hate me, I'd be like, it would be more concerning, or like, why, or what's going on, or what happened. But that doesn't really happen like that. Things don't really happen like that. Unless you're Mark and you tell your, I guess, cousin's wife that she's a chunker and she should go to the fucking gym. So based. We do need some tainty reprieve. Oh my God, he's back. Aww. Look at his little handkerchief. He's like John Wayne. Howdy, pilgrim. Look at my sick fucking taint. Tainty man. Oh, tainty man. Tainty boy. Hello, Bubba. Oh, he's the slappies. Oh, he's the slappies. You look so soft. Good boy, tainty man. All right. Okay. But I think it's important because, like, we have these people in our lives, and look, these examples, It might seem repetitive, but it's the mindset. Like we have to reject this mindset because that kind of mindset is inside every single one of us. It really is that victim mentality, that projection, that offsetting, and that passing off of personal responsibility. That's waiting for every single one of us every single day, especially in this society. It's promoted to blame other people for your fucking problems. That's like me coming on here. Oh my God, you make me feel this way. No, you are not doing anything to make me feel a certain way. I feel a certain way because of my own personal weaknesses and shortcomings. Literally, you say whatever the fuck you want. You say whatever the fuck you want, right? It's all about what you are letting affect you. And when it comes to the 7 pillars, community, your environment, what are you letting in? What are you letting in? So for example, let's just talk about this for a second. This individual, this person, I have no like personal hate for her. I don't know who she is. I know what she said, and what she said is dumb as a fucking box of rocks, but she's responding. She's responding to a comment on TikTok. This is a great message. She's complaining and ranting and like, oh my God, responding to a comment on TikTok, which might be from a fucking bot. Who the hell knows? Like, she needs to get off social media. Get off the internet. Get offline. You cannot handle it. You cannot handle it. If you're going to cut or hang yourself or whatever it is, and you're going to be all like depressing, get off your fucking phone. That's the number one thing you can do, is get the fuck off your phone and work on yourself. Go to the fucking gym, get some sun, go outside, go for a walk, like unplug, go analog, get off the internet. You just can't handle it. You cannot handle it. Stop. You can't handle it. Some people can handle it. Most people can't. Okay. If you can handle it, you can continue. And the reason why I can handle it and I can keep going is because every day I aggressively reinforce these principles and I practice mindfulness and I make sure that I know who I am and what I'm doing. So I have a fortified mindset for doing this shit, because there's a lot of negative comments. There's a lot of shit. I also don't read the fucking comments, and I certainly don't read the fucking comments and then make a video trying to justify my bullshit. Like, I don't care. If you don't like my videos, don't watch my fucking videos. You don't want to go to the fucking gym? I'm going to sleep just fine at night. They don't go to the fucking gym. Most people don't anyway. There's no loss. All right. If 1,000 people watch my video, and a lot more than do, if 1,000 people watch my video and 990 are like, I'm not going to the fucking gym. Okay. You weren't going to the fucking gym anyway. Oh, you sure showed me. If 10 people go, win. One person goes, win. I don't care about people that aren't going or doing it. They're not doing it anyway. Cool story, Hansel. It just doesn't fucking matter. It just doesn't fucking matter. How come I don't have my, where's my Hansel? Hansel's so hot right now. Oh. That Hansel's so hot right now. How come I can't find it? I forgot where I put it. I usually never forget. Oh, there. Jesus Christ, I'm blind.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Holy fucking delayed. All right, let's close this show down. That was terrible. Jeez. I had to find it. You know that it's like trying to remember something. You're like, you don't want to look it up. Like, I have to remember it. I have to remember that. That took way too long. Let's give away the Swole card. Fam. Here we go. Sheesh. Sheesh. 2 winner is... Whoa. It's Matt. Congratulations. Oh yeah, it is Matt from our Telegram chat. Make sure you tag the fuck out of this jabroni. Let him know he won today's Swole card. This is a fantastic post. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm fucking talking about. If you started at the beginning of Fuck Your Resolution season, you'd have a head start today. You wouldn't be behind the 8 ball. Why are you waiting? Today, and I will tell you, today, right now, today is January 3rd. Guess what? March 3rd, April 3rd. If you don't start today, it's going to be March 3rd. It's going to be April 3rd. It's going to be June or May 3rd. I don't even know the fucking dates anymore. The days, the order of the months. And you're going to wish you started today. It's always going to happen. Time is not slowing down. You're losing time. Time is all you have. You're dying every day. When are you going to start? Today. Is it going to be perfect? No. Should it be perfect? No. Will it ever be perfect? No. The whole point is that you get started and you start working on this shit. Stop putting it off, because 3 months from now, you could have started 6 months ago. And then in 6 months, you could have started 9 months ago. And then eventually it'll be January, it's going to be next year. It's going to be 2024 before you know it. We're going to phase out of Fuck Your Resolution season in a month or two. And then all of a sudden, coming back in September, October, it's going to be like, we're in Fuck Your Resolution season. And the same old bullshit excuses, the same old pussification of everyone. Like, oh, wait till January. It's going to be the same fucking shit, because everyone lives in a goddamn loop. Everyone lives in this fucking loop. It goes over and over and over and over again. People just live on repeat. They don't realize that life is linear. It's not a cycle just because the calendar does so. Start today. I don't care what the date is. It doesn't matter. It's just going, time is linear. It's going that way. It's not repeating. It's not a reset. Oh, it's another fresh start. No, you're still the same fat fuck that you were 4 days ago. Nothing changed. Nothing changes until you do. All right. Well, there you have it. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Let's close this nut. And yesterday's accountability meeting was absolutely fire. If you missed it, it's inside Swole TV. What a great accountability meeting. Some serious veiny knowledge cock. Really, really ripping open orifices yesterday. That was a great way to start the week. Everyone's still sore from yesterday, but we made it through, and we'll be here tomorrow for 2434 Hump Day Mañana with Papa and the fam. We'll take some soundboard requests. Where are my filthy whores in the house?
Great Scott! I have pimples, Greg. Could you milk me?
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
Oh, no church. Boo. Boo. No church.
That's a huge bitch. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
It's cold in here. My nips. Woo-wee. Hey-oh.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain. God, this stupid hurts. It hurts my brain.
What happened to your queer party friends?
Hey-oh. Wow.
And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
No hands. Hey, all right. Did it. I did it.
You switched the samples.
Indeed. In fucking FamWise. All right. Join the fam today at SwoleNormousX.com. We do have amazing Fuck Your Resolution specials going on right now. If you're not yet a member, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the stream, slap yourself. Mark, you might want to send the podcast. You might want to send the Mancast to your cousin's
Matt Damon.
wife. You might want to send this episode. I'm sure it'll be much appreciated. Go to the fucking gym. Go make some gains. It's just another day to crush it. Hit those 7 pillars and learn more over at SwoleNormousX.com. 7 pillars every fucking day. Beaches, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the base.
All right, you sexy beaches, thank you for being here for today's amazing sleaze cast. Make sure that you're checking out SwoleNormousX.com to join the fam today and stop being a boosh. Don't be a boosh, don't be a boosh. You don't want to end up like Tainty McGooch. It's Tainty Tuesday after all. Go to the fucking gym and join the fam. You get access to all private live streams and so much more. SwoleNormousX.com.
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.